Today I'm going to be showing you through how to add a teachings plugin to any page you want on the website. We created this to allow for a lot of flexibility for series pages or a lot of different applications all around the site. We currently use it in the teachings area of the site. If we look at the home page here, you go to resources and then teachings. We're using all the functionality of this plugin on this page. So this is all done with the code module within Divi. It allows for us to just only inject a shortcode, and then it'll output these different displays of the content. So it's accessing the feed from the podcast. If you haven't watched that, you can reference the How to Build Podcast playlist. It has all kinds of different stuff as far as how to build the graphics, how to export the videos, things like that. But this tutorial is going to deal directly with how to manipulate the website if you need to build a custom page or something like that for it. So I'll walk you really quickly through what's going on the actual teachings page here, and then we're going to add it to the storyline page, because right now we have a couple sermons. We have 3 of them now. So there's probably enough to add it to the actual storyline page and have the ability for that to publish there. So let's take a really quick look at what's going on inside the teachings page here. So here we go. Let's pull that guy over there. So we've got the teachings page. So if you look up top, we've got the header, and then we've got these 2 code modules. And so if you look at the page, you can tell there's one section here that's a little bit darker, and then another section down below here. And these are the 2 functionalities for this plugin. So this one is called the carousel, and this one's called the grid. I'm going to attach a PDF in the description of this video that you can click on. It's hosted on our website, that walks you through how to actually write the shortcode for it. There's a couple different callouts, and we have 2 alternate layouts, so depending on which one you're going to call out, as well as what kind of information it's going to access, different things like that. So if we're looking at this really quick, we can see that this one is podcast layout, so that's how you call out the shortcode, and then we're going to call out carousel, which will generate this style. It'll have most recent teachings, that's the top part right here, so you can change the title to whatever you want, and then type, and then recent. If we look at the actual shortcode sheet, we have 2 different types here. So we have series, and it'll orient like a specific series rated by most recent, or we can just do recent, which pulls the entire feed in, and then we'll organize it also by most recent. The series is going to only apply if it is the type of series. So like an example in this document is believer, but what we're going to do in a second is just call out the series of storyline. So we'll show the whole storyline series on that specific page. The layout module here, you can see we either have grid, which is down below here, or carousel. So grid is by default set up to show 6, and then as you click the see more button, it'll load the next 6 and just continue on down the feed. The carousel is 2 wide, and it pulls in the most recent 8. So if we go back 8 here, then you can tell it actually looks like, yep, there we go. So it pulls in 8 stages of it. And then we've got all, which will show in a 3-up grid. And that guy is just the same kind of thing here. So that's more for the style of like maybe an entire feed or something like that. So there's a couple other things on here. He's got some of the notes as far as CSS stuff going on in it, in case you need to have any adjustments in that. But TJ Sherrill as well as James, our developer, they both developed this. So if you need to make adjustments on any of this code, or if there's new styling changes, they would be the ones to reach out to. But both these layouts are all optimized for mobile. It works pretty well as it breaks down. So this whole thing is like touch sensitive on mobile, so you can just kind of swipe through them. This one's great for inline on a page, whereas if you're needing to display a ton of content, this one probably is only needed on the actual teachings page. So let's add it to storyline. So if we're looking at the storyline page, we can tell we've got this guy here. So we've got the storyline header, the little plugin going here that's walking people through the days, telling them what we're currently studying, as well as the intro video for that section. And then I've got kind of the content for it under here. But maybe just right in this section, I want to kind of help make this feel a little bit more current. So as the guys are teaching through on the weekend, it would be awesome that any teaching that is tagged to the storyline series would come into this page in this section right here. So I've got the storyline page up right here, and let's drag this over. So we can see, if we look at this, we've got the storyline header, then we've got the Daily Devo plugin right there. We're currently studying, chapter logo, there's that whole section followed by a divider, and then this is where it goes into the image section right here. So I'm thinking just right in this section. So I'm going to go with a standard section, and that's going to add it right below right there, and I just want to go a full width, just a single column setup, and I'm going to insert the code module. So just right here, and all it does is just give you a really basic look at how to inject the code into this. So for quick reference, just to make it easy on myself, I'm going to just come in and grab the example code here. So here's that guy, and I'm going to just copy that and paste it in there. So I'm looking for a series type, and then series equals, and I've got to put in a specific series right there. So we are going to take a look. One sec really quick, I just want to... Okay, actually, yeah, let's copy this guy. One of the things with his little code here, I'm going to change that in that document, is it doesn't have the callouts with the quotations around it. So make sure, if we're looking at this document here, just really quick, these guys would need quotes around it to make sure that those get called out. So I'll add those right now, but that can distinguish between it working and it not working. So let's make sure that that's all set up. Alrighty. So we've got the stuff in here. Podcast layout, I want a carousel. So where we've got, oh, sorry, got that guy over there. Okay, back to storyline. So I want a carousel, and then the title, I'm going to do teachings from storyline. And then I want the type to be, let's reference our document here. So I want the type to be series. And because it's a series one, then it's going to allow for a series callout. So I'll do series equals, and I want the series, this is where it's going to depend on the slug. So a good way to kind of reference this is if we go back into this guy, let's go into the podcast here, and you can see the series tag right in there. So we're going to click into series really quick. And if we look at storyline, there's the slug column. So this is the call out for it. So if it was still more, it would be still hyphen more. Because we're in storyline, the promise of redemption specifically, I could call out that one, but then the minute we go to the next section, which is drawn out, then they won't be populating to this page. So I want to just call out all of storyline, and it's just going to pull in the most recent 8. So I want to put storyline in right there. Hit save. You can go into the actual section here and change the background color if you want, but generally that's probably going to be pretty good. Preview changes. Let's bring that over. So as we scroll down, there it is. Teachings from storyline. If I hit over on this guy, it's only got those 3. So that's perfect, because if I measure that up against our actual teachings page, it only has the most current 3, so you can tell that carousel is going to stop only at that. You can hit view all teachings, and it's just going to link right to the teachings page there. And so that's kind of nice, because this is the contextual information for like that section of the website, and so if they want to know about more teachings, they could click on that, and then it's just going to take them right to the teachings page. So that is how we manipulate the teachings plugin.